What's up, Chiefs Kingdom? It's your boy Cris with my guy Clarence. We got a big show today. Chiefs coming off of a great win against the Jacksonville Jaguars. Let's talk Chiefs.
Yeah, Arrowhead Chiefs. It's your girl, Miss Nicole. Queen of Hustle, baby. Started from the bottom, now we here. My homie at the start of his career. Let's go. Try to win him early, hear the truth. Tuning every Sunday for the juice. Arrowhead Chief Podcast, bringing all the news. If you miss the play, come back for reviews. Chris style. Out here rapping for the crew. Post game highlights, go subscribe on YouTube. If you missed the play, come back for reviews. Post game highlights, go subscribe on YouTube.
What's up, Chiefs Kingdom? It's your boy Cris, and we're back with another dope episode of Arrowhead Chief Podcast live stream recap show. Coming off of a big win, 27-17. Chiefs beat the Jacksonville Jaguars. Before we get into the game, what's up, Clarence?
I can't call it, dog. I can't call it.
How you feeling, man? How you feeling?
I'm feeling lovely, bro. You know what I'm saying? They got the dub. All I ask them to do is run the ball, bro. That's all I ask them to do. And they got the dub.
We're going to get into it before we do. Got to say what's up to our guy, Ty, friend of the show. What's going on, Ty?
It was a good stress-free game for the most part, except for at the beginning there with the onside kick and then obviously the Pacheco fumble, but mostly a stress-free Sunday for me.
Yeah, I agree. Well, let's talk about it, man. The Kansas City Chiefs win 27-17. Patrick Mahomes with another great game. He was 26 of 35, 4 touchdowns, 1 pick. Pacheco had 16 carries for 82 yards. Kelsey had 6 catches, 81 yards, and a touchdown. Kadarius Toney had 90 total yards from scrimmage and a touchdown. And then Chris Jones with a 1.5 sacks. Whit Dunlap with a 1/2 sack. He got his 100th sack. Shout out to Carlos Dunlap for that. But all around great game, other than, special teams. We're going to get into that. But for the most part, great game all around, man. What are your guys' thoughts?
Go ahead, Tom.
Yeah, so I agree. It was a great game. Obviously, I'm excited for what Kadarius Toney can be in this offense because I think he has a whole nother element, similar to a Mecole Hardman, but a little bit different. I think he can run those deep routes a little bit better. But overall, a great game from the offense. But I think this was the best game I've seen out of the offensive line all year. Maybe since that Tampa game, I think this is one of the better overall games that they have played. We were able to get the run game established with Pacheco, which was huge, and to help and open up this passing game a little bit more and more stuff downfield.
Go ahead, tell him, Tom. My bad.
No, you're good. Go ahead.
Go ahead, man.
Hey, so like I said, when we broke down the Jags pregame last week, and I posted that score, I said if they play like they played Sunday, they was gonna lose. And you saw 16 carries, 82 yards, Pat throws 4 touchdowns. Like it has to be that way. Now for everybody that thought I was losing my mind because I said the Jaguars was gonna beat the Chiefs, like y'all see the difference in a running game and not having a running game. You see Pat is able to get established, get his feet set, make the reads, throw 4 touchdowns, beat a team handily because outside of those turnovers, it wouldn't have been close. You feel me? And allowing for one running back to be the feature back to get 16 carries and 82 yards, like that is a balanced offense. That's what you need to win playoff games if you have to go on the road in the playoffs. For as great as Pat is, you still got to be able to run the football in the playoffs, people. So I'm happy.
No doubt about that.
No, I agree. And I'll piggyback off of that, Clarence. It was good to see them finally get some balance, in the offense, especially with Pacheco running the football, sticking with one running back in the running game, and not this 3-back system that we've talked about before, where it's when you do these 3-back systems, it don't get a rhythm going. You don't get nothing going.
Exactly.
It's like you're getting Clyde 3 carries here, you're getting
Mhm.
Pacheco 4 carries here,
Jared.
Jared's getting 3 carries. Like there's no rhythm in that. Whereas, and if you just get one back, predominant carries, and then use Jared McKinnon what he's best at, catching the football out the backfield. That's what he's great at. You see, he always gets chunk yards when he's streaking out of the backfield in the
Mhm.
screen, or he's just off to the side somewhere. Mahomes goes through his progressions. He sees him right there. Boom! You see him 5, 6, 7, 8 yards, maybe even a first down. That's what McKinnon is best at. So they need to have that rotation. Yes, did Clyde not get a lot of run today? Hey, it's gonna happen. But you got they
That's
had
what
to
it is.
pick. They had to pick two backs.
Yep.
Mhm.
They had to
Mhm.
pick two backs to stick with them. Like, yo, this is the two
Mhm.
backs. This is who we running with. Pacheco, McKinnon, or it was going to be Pacheco
And
and
Clyde.
Clyde. Regardless
Mhm.
of what they was going to run with, they had to stick with that. And kudos
So,
to Andy Reid and Eric Bieniemy. And Eric Bieniemy talked about this in his presser this week. He said that we got to stick to the running game. We cannot let it go. When you hit the hammer on the concrete, it don't break right away. You got to keep chipping at it.
Exactly.
So
so pick their top games from this year so far, in your opinion.
Uh,
Tampa Bay,
Tampa.
Mm-hmm.
um, Arizona, of course,
San
Mm-hmm.
Fran.
San Fran,
Mm-hmm.
more so the second half of San
Yeah.
Francisco.
This.
Mm-hmm.
Um, in this game, in this
Yep.
game, in this
And what do
game,
all of those games have?
they all ran the football good.
Yep.
Thank you. Thank
And the
you.
extension of the run game, the jet sweeps and the screen
Yep.
Hmm.
passes,
Yep.
and they
Yep.
utilize those very well.
And
Yep.
we talked
Yep.
about that too. The jet
Yep.
sweeps using
Mm-hmm.
Kadarius Tony. He got a big 32-yard run on a
Mm-hmm.
jet sweep. I want to see
Mm-hmm.
more of that. I want to see more of that.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
we need to get this kid Kadarius Tony on the field more.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
This kid is a
Mm-hmm.
playmaker. At the end of the day, he is
Mm-hmm.
a playmaker. That's what we
Mm-hmm.
need more of, playmakers, especially when it comes to playoff time. We need guys
Yep.
who can make plays. And this kid looks like he's a playmaker.
He can take a little 3-yard pass and turn it into 20. That's what
Yeah,
we need. That.
yeah,
And got
yeah,
some hots too.
Yeah, he
yeah.
does.
Because that catch on the sideline, man,
Yeah. Yeah.
that was
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
That was
Well, he
crazy.
gonna get those opportunities next week.
Yeah,
Juju's down. You know
yeah.
what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Ain't no
And
way he gonna be able to bounce back.
prayers to Juju,
Yep.
man. You
For
know what I'm
sure,
saying?
dog.
He
For
was he
real,
was
for
on
real.
he was on his way to have another good game.
Yep.
That was
Bruh.
about to be a big catch
Bruh.
right there on that play right
Bruh.
there. And
Bruh.
Cisco, man, I don't know what's up with
Mm-hmm.
that dude, man. He was out there
Do,
he was head hunting out there
do
today.
y'all
Yeah, he
ever
was.
notice like teams sometimes they get this attitude when they facing the Chiefs offense? Have y'all noticed that? Like
Yeah.
everybody kind of get a little bit more chippier. They start
Yep.
talking a little bit more trash and shit. Like y'all don't have to have that approach. Like y'all can lock in on defense and play some good ball. Like
Right.
it's not called for, but it is
Yeah.
what it is. You know,
Yeah.
both of
I,
those hits was foul though. They like he was on
yeah.
I
some bull
agree.
today.
Yeah. He was straight up head hunting.
Yeah,
It was a mess.
yeah.
And
It was.
for the refs, I don't know what they claim they want player safety. I think they want just quarterback safety more than
Yep.
just player safety. It's like,
They want Tom Brady's safety more than anything else.
yeah, it's like you got to protect your players regardless. That should have been a penalty.
Both
You
of
should,
them should have been
you
Yep.
penalties.
Both
yeah,
of them.
For real. Because they
yeah,
defenseless
The one
players
on
at that point.
MVS. Yep.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah, man. Like he need to get some fines for those.
He's
And I
gonna get
hate saying that about a player,
and
but
he's gonna get fined, but it's
you need to
like
get 2 fines.
it should have been a penalty. It should have
Yeah.
Yeah,
been,
it should have been a penalty.
Because then that would have been a first
Absolutely.
down.
and we
We had
probably
to punt
talking
it
about
there.
we probably would have been talking about a touchdown in that drive.
Exactly.
Or at least
But and this is what I be talking about. So Chris Jones can get a strip sack, and they say that he was roughing the passer on Derek Carr.
Mhm.
But somebody gets a straight D line on Juju, knock him out the game, and there's no flag whatsoever. Like, come on, bro. And then you saw when Pat and Creed fumbled the snap, and dude came up and kicked the ball, almost kicked Pat's hand. Like That's what I'm saying. Like teams get away with more. It seemed like even in Arrowhead, you know
Yep.
what I mean? Like it'd be some bull.
Yeah,
All the home games this year
Yeah,
with the
man.
refs.
yeah. The refs suck. They suck.
Yeah, yeah.
They don't call it consistently. That's just my
Mm-mm.
problem with it.
Mm-mm. No, they
At,
don't.
at all. All right, I want to give a player who today he got a little tested today, and he came up with some big plays today. My guy Trent McDuffie, aka Gorilla Glue, he's sticking to everybody today. You know what I'm saying? The only catch that he got caught on was that diving catch from Marvin Jones. He had to dive for that football.
Yep.
Other than that, Trent McDuffie balled out today, man. Had two pass breakups. They
Mm-hmm.
they gonna learn to stop throwing it his way, man. And he gonna get one of these picks. He gonna get one of them.
Mm-hmm.
What's
Go
y'all
ahead,
thoughts
Ty.
on Trent?
Yeah, Trent, he had a really good game, man. And I talked
Mhm.
about that in my preview video about I think he had coming in this game 46 snaps, two or three targets and zero catches allowed. I think he had one or two catches allowed today, but I did think he was going to get tested because they have some veteran receivers over there like a Zay
Mhm.
Jones,
Mm-hmm.
Christian Kirk, a Marvin Jones, and they even have Evan Ingram. So I knew there was our young secondary was going to be tested this game, but I thought they really held up. Not just Trent McDuffie.
Mm-hmm.
Joshua Williams shined a little bit in this game. I thought overall the secondary had a really good game.
Yeah. I felt like it was a great. I can't say last week was his first game back because I mean he really didn't have to work last week. It
They,
was all Derek. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? But this week, going up against a team that will test the perimeter, like he looked really good uh, playing defense and actually locking boys down today, man. So hats out to that young man, dog. He got busy.
He's actually gets his head around. You can
Yeah,
tell
yep,
like,
yeah,
his transition of making sure that the receiver's close to him, but
yeah,
not holding and grabbing
yeah,
and
yeah.
being all touchy feely.
He definitely confident in his technique. So
yep,
yeah, and that's
that helps a
huge
lot.
for a rookie. Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah, I agree, Mark. The
because they're going with that
four.
NASCAR package. Yeah,
Yeah,
they're using that NASCAR.
I
You
got, I
peep
got.
that?
Yeah, we got to give it up for the defensive line. They
yep,
balled out today, man. From Chris Jones to Dunlap to Colin Saunders, all of them, man. George, they all balled out today,
They
man.
finally implemented that NASCAR because
They-
George
they-
was inside. You did what I'm
yep,
saying? Like, yeah, man, finally, dog.
Willie Gay, he was doing his
Yes,
thing.
yeah.
He
yep.
was in a lot of tackles for loss. Nick
Mm-hmm.
Bolton had some good plays.
Mm-hmm.
Leo,
Dunlap got to 100 sacks.
yeah, shout
Mm-hmm.
out to Dunlap. Leo Chenal, man.
Yep,
Yeah.
He's been showing up. He's been getting better and better. A lot of people were down on him because he didn't come out instantly cracking heads and knocking people's blocks. But he's been getting better. The game is starting to slow down for him a little bit. So gotta get show love to Leo Chenal, man. Now in a game, it ain't all peaches and roses and berries and all the good stuff. We gotta talk about the special teams
yep.
boys. We gotta talk about Dave Tote, man. Like he ain't having a good season this year, man. Like special teams used to be one of our,
Strong suits for
strong
sure.
suits for
Yep.
real. Like we usually, one of the better special team unit in
Units.
the league, whether it be punt return, kick returns, uh, uh,
Even just
you know,
kicking the ball.
kickoffs.
Yep.
Our aces are always down making plays. Going down there. Now Chris Lyman's got hurt; he's on concussion duty, so we'll see how that
Mm-hmm.
hurts the special teams. But other than that, man, it's like even Butker, he missed another extra kick.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, within 20, like you're sitting there sweating. You don't know if you're gonna
Exactly.
50
That's
and
cool.
beyond. 50 and beyond. He's one of the best in the league. It's like, oh, Buckner got it. He gonna kick that one.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's fair. Yeah.
So yeah,
Yes.
Dave Tote got to get this in order, man.
Yep.
We got because we don't want special teams. We've seen it earlier this season with the Colts,
Mm-hmm.
how it can cost you a game. When we get in the playoffs and we're playing the Dolphins or we're playing Baltimore or we're playing Buffalo, That could be the difference between
Yep.
winning the Super Bowl or getting to the Super Bowl this year. Like a muff punt, a missed field goal, or something like that. That could be the reason why we don't get back to the Super Bowl this year. So they definitely told Andy Reid's gonna have to go over there and say, "Toby, you need to get that in order, man."
Yep. No doubt, I agree, man. Because you're right. In playoff games, a lot of times it comes down to special teams, and that's why the Green Bay Packers have lost in as many NFC Championship games as they have, because they always have some kind of blunder on special teams that ends up costing them the game. I'm a little bit worried about the special teams because I think maybe we understated. I think they lost 4 key guys on the special teams unit this offseason. Whether that was Dan Sorensen, Ben Neiman, guys like that we didn't like to see on the field defensively, but they were good. They were good on the kickoffs and on the special teams.
I will say that though, I agree with Ty. Like Dan,
I agree with him.
And
you don't
they
want
were
to see him out there on defense, but
yeah, for real, yeah.
And I want to give another shout out on the offensive line. Andrew Wiley ended up getting hurt, and Prince Tega, I ain't gonna say his last name. I don't know how to say it, but Prince Tega, he did his thing, man. You didn't notice him today, man. He held it down on the right side. But
he should be starting.
You might have to start on the right side and put Wiley in as that swing tackle.
Wait.
I'm just saying, Clarence.
Just wait.
Clarence.
Just wait.
Clarence.
Don't just
Clarence.
wait.
You saw what I saw.
Man,
that man was out there holding the fort.
Man,
he was.
This is what frustrates me, because against the Jaguars,
they got some good guys. They got some dudes over there, man.
Yeah.
We're not doing that.
Okay. Then he needs to start then. Well, I'm gonna shut the hell up. He needs to start.
Josh Allen,
shut up.
Josh Allen, Arden Key, and the rookie Trayvon. They got some guys on. They got some guys over there, man. I'm just saying.
It's not Tennessee. It's not Tennessee level, but
no, by no means. But maybe he should have been out there for Tennessee. How about that?
It's not the front for the Chargers. It's not the Chargers front. It's the one we with. Yep.
Yeah, because he wasn't playing.
He wasn't playing.
Yeah.
He wasn't playing, Mark.
Yeah. We gonna see next week.
He was in the tent.
Well, they got the Rams next week, right?
No, they got
that's the Chargers.
Yeah,
it's the Sunday night game. Yeah,
prime time.
We're gonna find out next week.
Damn, Chargers got back-to-back Sunday night games. That's messed up.
Yeah. 2 L's back to back. Yep.
Yeah, man. All right, well, let's get into it. Players of the game. Who are y'all players of the game? Offense and defense. Go ahead, Ty.
All right, I'll start with the offensive line as a unit, because that's why we were able to set up the run game. That's why we're able to set up what we were able to set up on offense. As great as Patrick Mahomes is, you're going to have to protect them, and you're going to have to be able to run the ball moving forward. I feel like I've talked about that on the show a lot. I know Clarence has said that a lot, but that's going to be very important that they do that. So the offensive line, to me, overall, one of the better games they played. And then on the defense, I'm going to go with the defensive line as a unit as well, because I thought they were able to get pressure. They had 4 sacks from the defensive line, and then obviously Willie Gay getting 1. So I'm going to go with the defensive line and the offensive line. The trenches, I feel like they really shine today.
Yeah, I agree with that. I got to give it to Pacheco. No, scratch that. I got to give it to Pacheco and McKinnon, because that balance, that combination in the second half was just as crucial as what Pacheco was doing by himself, primarily in that first half. Like, this is the perfect recipe.
Yep.
It doesn't have to. The expectation should never be 80 to 100 yards. That should never be the expectation. To get 80, 100 yards is just icing on the cake. But to be consistent with one back as the primary running back, and then sprinkle in a McKinnon or CEH, you know what I mean? Like, that's the formula. That's the perfect balance for Pat in this offense, especially moving forward, because I'm praying that it only take Juju a week. You
Yep.
dig what I'm saying? But it
Mhm.
could very well take him two. And then that leaves a lineup of Kadarius, MVS, Justin Watson. Not saying Scott. Not saying that they slaw by no stretch of the imagination, but if we got to be down 9, I really feel a lot more comfortable with them having Pacheco be RB1, get those touches, mix in McKinnon or CEH in the passing game, and keep that balance going.
Yep.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. Who's your defense?
Defensively, for me, I got to give it to that whole front defensive line, like that NASCAR package, where it was Dunlap, Big George, Cris, and either Mike Dana on the other side. Like that speed up front, you slowly starting to see it come into play. And when Frank come back next week, like it's only gonna just overwhelm the hell out of Herbert. It's gonna overwhelm him because I'm telling you, that NASCAR package is no joke. When they can get into that big nickel and put nothing but speed up front, it's a wrap, dog. It's a
Yeah,
wrap. And Colin, of course, Colin been balling all year. Like
Yep.
Colin Saunders. Yeah,
He,
he
yeah,
he been
definitely.
on MVP for like 2 years. So yeah.
Well, on offense, I'm gonna go and give it to the new guy, Kadarius Toney. Man, he made some big plays out there today. Man, big catches, a nice jet sweep, got in the end zone on a hot play. I think he was being a little petty to the Giants on that. That's just me. I think he's being petty, but hey, but I'm gonna give it to Kadarius Toney. He had a really good game today, and he showed he's a playmaker, man, and that's
Yeah.
what we need, more playmakers on this team, man. And once more and more he gets of this offense, the better he's gonna be served. As a player, as a contributor to this
Mm-hmm.
team. And then on defense, I'm gonna go with Trent, man, because two of them passes that were deep, those could have been deep catches, man.
Yeah.
And we might
yep.
be talking about a different game. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mm-hmm.
might be a different offensive game with the Jacksonville Jaguars. But he
Mm-hmm.
stuck with his receivers and made some
Mm-hmm.
good pass
Mm-hmm.
block breakups. And so I'm gonna go and give
Mm-hmm.
him on defense.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Now, last week, my man Clarence, he declared, the Jags was going to win. And, he explained himself in the beginning. But I'm going to give you this time, Clarence, to clap back at some of the people who was talking trash about you today. Because,
I
you had
appreciate
some
it,
people,
dog.
you had some people saying, who the F is Clarence?
Yeah. Yeah.
I
I
want to
appreciate
know.
it.
I want to know what Clarence is smoking.
Right. 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 So peep game, people, good people. I said the Jaguars would win if the Chiefs came out and played like they played last Sunday. That's what I said. And my score was predicated off of that reaction to what had happened Sunday. Because Patrick Mahomes cannot throw 68 times and you expect him to remain healthy. Patrick Mahomes cannot throw 68 times if they got to go on the road to, say, Buffalo in the postseason. It just can't happen. Y'all cannot sit here and think that the Chiefs can win the Super Bowl with Patrick Mahomes throwing the ball 68 times. It's unrealistic. It's totally unrealistic, and it's unfair. It's unfair to think that, we have the greatest quarterback in the world, so we should feel comfortable with our quarterback, our franchise, our future, the best quarterback of his era, throwing a damn ball 68 times and expecting him to win a Super Bowl. You cannot do it. It is unfair. He has to have a running game. You don't feel comfortable with him doing quarterback sneaks, then you shouldn't feel comfortable with him throwing the ball 68 times and running for an additional 56 carries for 50-something yards last week. You cannot. You should feel concerned. So what you saw today was the right formula. I'm always going to be on the side of the Chiefs. I always want to see them win, but if they play a game like they played last week, yeah, I'm gonna be pissed, and I'm gonna say, if they play like they played last week, this is gonna be the outcome. But you see what happens when they are able to establish a running game. Patrick stays clean. Patrick throws 4 touchdowns, and the offense looks like it's unstoppable. It is unstoppable when they make teams respect the running game. It is hard to deal with. That's when you see all the crossing routes and taking people out of zones and replacing it with somebody underneath. That's when they can get to that, when they have that running game, because it holds the linebackers. The linebackers have to check for that running back. So y'all can say I was tripping last week or whatever, but proof is in the pudding. 16 carries, 82 yards, 4 TDs by Patrick Mahomes. And you see what happened. You see what it looks like.
Yep.
I totally agree, Mark. He should not be the leading rusher to win a football game. No.
I agree.
That fault on Andy and EB last week because they went away from the running game so fast against that team. A Bill Belichick defensive style type of team. Like that's how Bill Belichick plays defense in New England. That's what they did to Peyton all those years. Like, you got to be able to run the football against them. You have to make them respect the run. Teams like that, you have to make them respect the run game. You have to allow for your O-line to get off the ball and hit them in the mouth and let them be aggressive. And playing against defenses like that. So, I'm done. I appreciate it.
All right, man. You know, we are an equal opportunity podcast over here, and I be want to let you get your stuff off, Clarence, man, because I didn't like it. You know what I'm saying? I ain't like the way they was coming at you, man.
Yeah, I appreciate it, bro.
They were getting disrespectful.
Mad disrespectful.
Yeah, man. We always say talk to us normal. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. He gets paid to throw, not run. Absolutely.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Speaking of the Buffalo Bills, I just want to let everybody know Josh Allen is done as the MVP. We do not need to debate this anymore. Do not even put him on the ballot.
It should be Jalen Hurts and Patrick Mahomes.
That's it.
That's it.
Yep.
Maybe Tyreek Hill. You can make an argument.
Tyreek. Yeah.
But I agree with that. Nothing about Josh ever since he's played us.
Me neither.
Ever since he's played us. He's been horrible. He's been terrible.
Yep.
The second half of the
Packers was their game, Super Bowl.
The second half of the Packers game,
just like last year.
Terrible.
Yep.
He was terrible. In the Jets game, he was terrible. Even in this game, I don't care if the elbow. I don't want to hear that. He was bad when it meant the most. He was bad. He
threw 2 picks.
He fumbled football. He threw 2 picks in the end zone, and he fumbled the football. Let the Vikings get back in the game. All you had to do was take a.
That's not championship caliber football that they playing up in Buffalo. It just ain't.
Not at all.
It's not something that they can take on the road and come back to Arrowhead and think they're gonna get a dub.
Yeah,
not sorry.
Yeah, I don't want to hear nothing about Josh Allen being the best quarterback in the league anymore.
No, it's over.
I don't want to hear it.
It's over.
The best quarterback in the league should be able to take over.
Yep.
He should have beat the Jets last week. Okay, they beat the Packers. The Packers are a corpse. They're dead.
Right.
Everybody beating the Packers this year.
Right.
Aaron Rodgers got nobody to throw it to, and he ain't a good leader himself. It's a dumpster fire over there in Green Bay. And then today, now I'm gonna tell you something. Justin Jefferson, man, that dude is amazing, bro.
He might be in the MVP type conversation.
It may be. Maybe, or at least offensive player.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Because that kid, them catches I think he might have made a better catch than with the Odell one-hand catch.
It's up there. It's definitely worth the debate. Because that was amazing.
And they got a little trickery with the Buffalo Bills. That Gabe Davis catch wasn't a catch.
Yep, it wasn't.
He bobbled that bad.
That was
it was blatant. They heard him quick. Let's get it snapped on. No trickery going on here.
Yeah. They got problems up there in Buffalo. It's too straight.
And then that division, it is not easy. It's not easy.
They're third in their division now.
Yeah. Yeah, what they're 0-2 against their division
against
opponents.
Miami and the
Yeah,
Jets.
the Jets. Yep, they 0-2.
Yeah, they went from the 1 seed all the way down to 3rd in their division.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And now all the Bills fans that said if the Bills would have got the ball in that overtime win in the playoffs, they could shut up because we know Josh Allen would have thrown an interception.
You would throw it right to Daniel
Yep.
Yep. Yeah. Dirty Dan would have got them picks. That would have definitely came full circle. It would have been Dirty Dan. Everybody know it would have been Dan that get them picks, man. Come on. Come on. This is why y'all should keep me in Kansas City.
Wear the red, white, and blue to get the call.
For real, you do. You do. Yeah, you do. Yeah. They don't give them out an Arrowhead.
No,
I'll tell you that right now.
They only give it to the Patriots and
yeah. They want to call roughing the passer calls when Chris Jones is getting strip sacks and shit, man. It's ridiculous, man.
But Mahomes gets slammed on his neck, and they be like, "I don't see nothing."
They didn't throw that time penalty last week. I mean, none of it, man. They don't give them no calls. You would expect at least some grace since they playing at home.
Yep.
You would expect it, but no.
Mahomes get RKO. I don't see nothing, man.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Whatever.
Nothing. They could put Shawn Michaels out there, let him give them that sweet chin music, and they said, "We don't see shit." What happened?
Roughing the passer.
You know what I'm saying?
His face ran into his foot.
Previously, you see Shawn Michaels warming it up, stomping on the ground. This was definitely premeditated, but it's clean. It's legal. It's football.
Defensive lineman hit him with the 3D.
You know what I'm saying?
I ain't see nothing, man.
Nothing.
We ain't getting those calls this year.
No.
That's all right.
No.
Or any year.
It was all designed to get Josh to the Super Bowl.
Yep.
That's all right. Because Patrick Mahomes, when we hoisting the Super Bowl trophy, that's a big kiss my ass to the whole NFL. And I'm going to laugh. I'm laughing at all Buffalo Bill fans. Because y'all better get it. Because I told y'all better get it done this year. Because if you don't get it done this year,
it's only down from here.
Because
you think the team is good now. Wait till next year's team.
Right. I don't know, man. Like, I honestly think if they don't do it this year up in Buffalo, like, they're going to try to change some more shit up there. Like, they're not going to return the same team like they have been the past couple of years.
Well, dudes are going to
change them.
You think Gabe Davis is going to want to get paid?
Yeah, Gabe going to want to get paid. Yep.
I know Vaughn is having a pretty good year, but he gets a year older.
Yep.
You don't know how Vaughn going to look next year. Like, this could be one of those 1 year things where he looked good this year, and then next year you see that decline. You know, they still got to fix their running game. Like, they got a lot of things they got to fix.
They got Hines, but I haven't seen him yet.
Right. If you never know if this is a disappointing season, do they bring back Sean McDermott?
Exactly. Do they say he can't get over the hump? Yep.
Yeah,
absolutely.
They might look into getting a Sean Payton or somebody like
Sean
that.
Payton would be
one of those big time coaches out there. Oh, he probably could take Josh Allen to the next level. Whatever, cut down on those turnovers and stuff. So this is the year to do it. Or you right, Clarence? It might be some turnover in Buffalo.
Right.
Yeah.
And like I said, not just with the players, but with the coaching
staff,
everything. Yeah.
So that'll be something to look forward to. All right, fellas, man. Another great episode, man. Especially when you're coming off a win, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
now, absolutely, dog.
Going into Sunday night football against the Chargers. We can take this division by the, we already got it by the, but we can really get that league going, We'll probably have this division wrapped up in about 3 weeks.
Yeah. Before Christmas.
It would be nice to get them a week off You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, at the end of
Lock
the
up that first round
season.
bye and be able to get them a week off to heal up a little bit more.
The Raiders lost to the Jeff Saturday Indianapolis Colts. I
Wow.
repeat, I repeat,
Wow.
the Raiders lost to a
Mm,
coach who was just
mm,
sitting in
It's
ESPN
last
booth.
Friday.
mm, mm,
He's on
mm,
first take talking
mm,
about
mm,
Stephen A's
mm.
A-list, and now he just beat the Raiders.
Wow. Wow.
Josh McDaniels should.
Wow.
If I'm Mark, whatever his name is, I tell him right now,
Mark Davis.
don't get on the plane. Just
Mm,
pack, go back to New England with Bill Belichick because you know you want to
Yep.
go back to him. Don't get on the plane.
yeah, they probably gonna fire
They
Josh McDaniels.
they
I
should
wouldn't
have
be
kept
surprised if they were fired.
Rich Bisaccia. They should have kept him.
Yeah, he
Well,
actually did a decent job.
I mean, Sean Payton is available. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
and they'll back up a Brinks truck for him to
they
get him
will.
to come to Vegas. So
Yeah, and
it's a
he'll
perfect
probably
storm brewing.
and he'll probably rather come to Vegas than to go to like Buffalo or
Yeah,
somewhere else.
yeah,
You want to stay
yeah.
away from that cold weather. You want to go
I
somewhere
guarantee,
where
I guarantee
warm.
you, if they fire Josh McDaniels and let's say a Sean Payton comes in and they get one of those high first round picks, don't be surprised if they don't use it on a QB. Because
Yep.
I think at some point Carr has to take some of this responsibility as well. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, the head coach takes a brunt of that blame, but he got to own some of this shit too, because
Yep.
he hasn't been playing good ball either. And in my humble opinion, he hasn't played good ball since that year that he tore his knee up against the Colts on their way to going to the playoffs for that first time.
From first take to first win.
That's a good one. That was a good one.
I don't know.
I don't think so.
Mark,
The way
you
it's
lose,
going, no.
you lose to Jeff Saturday, man. I'm sorry, you ain't get
Yeah,
back on the
dog.
plane, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Get you a plane ticket to New England. Get out of my
yeah.
presence.
Especially if you get guys like Max Crosby and Devontae Adams coming up in there talking about they don't want to play for him no more. I mean, Josh Mack could be up out of there this year.
Yeah,
One and done.
Yeah, and Carr, I think Carr is gone next year. Be
Yeah.
ready for
They save a lot of money by cutting them. So
what?
Yeah.
Be ready for Carr to be the next quarterback for the Indianapolis
Yep.
Colts.
Right. Yeah, that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, absolutely. I can still play, guys. I still got the fire burning, guys. I can still get it done. No, you can't, Derek. Go sit down somewhere.
He's gonna be an Indianapolis Colt next year, or Texan. He's gonna be a Texan,
Yeah.
just like his brother.
Yeah.
Just like his brother was. Bring in the other car.
Derek. Don't go, Derek.
Bring in the other car. Let's start with tradition.
Breaking news: David Carr set fire to the Texans organization building tonight after he learned his brother was picked by them. Like, he'll go crazy, bro. He'll lose his mind, man.
Or maybe he goes to the Saints. Maybe he goes to the Saints. Yeah. You better hope he can go to the Saints. At least they got talent over there.
But AK may leave. Like, they was trying to move him before the trade deadline this year. So Sean Payton get that job. AK may say,
hell,
fun, but I'm out.
AK might be in jail. He might be in Gen Pop.
Yeah. Did you see Mike Thomas was going off today too. So they trying to get up out of New Orleans, bro.
Yeah, he's been trying to get out of there for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly.
Thomas, he get hurt every year, don't he?
Yeah.
He's on the same path as Julio Jones.
Yeah.
Nice.
And Julio made some catches today, though.
Yeah.
Julio balled out. That'll be the one. That's the one game he gonna ball out, and then he gonna be hurt next week.
He's already
hurt. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? He already hurt, man. Y'all know I played with this bad knee and this ankle, don't you? All right, so I ain't gonna be there next week. All right.
I'm on a 5-game pitch count.
Yeah.
So, but all right, fellas, let's go ahead and land this thing. Uh, for anybody who's a first time listener to the Arrowhead Chief podcast, and you want to just listen to the audio of us, we are available on all streaming platforms that carry podcasts like Apple, Google, Stitcher, Anchor, Breaker, all those. If you want to listen to the Arrowhead Chief podcast, you go ahead and subscribe to the channel on all streaming platforms available. Also, if you want to follow us on any social media websites, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, go ahead and follow AH Podcast.
He's
AH
in
Podcast.
Facebook.
Yep, Facebook. Clarence said he's too good for Facebook,
Yeah.
y'all.
I didn't say I was too good for
He said
Facebook. I just said I don't subscribe to the Facebook activities. Don't
What
subscribe
about
to
the,
it.
another news? Cowboys about
Yeah,
to blow it. Are they losing?
I think it's going to overtime right now.
That's tragic.
I hope they lose so I can see Skip's face tomorrow.
Yeah.
But but yeah, if you want to follow us on social media, follow AH Chief Podcast. We'll follow you back because what's our motto, Clarence?
We ain't Hollywood, but I guess never mind. Go ahead.
We in Hollywood. We'll accept your feedback, your critiques. But like Clarence today showed you, just talk to us nice, man. Talk to us
normal, man.
Yeah.
We human beings, bro. We not bots. You know,
Yeah.
Exactly.
we human beings, bro.
Oh yeah, say happy birthday to a real player on this platform right now. You know what I'm saying? We ain't talking about Clarence, we're talking about me. Talking about me. But
He's
yeah,
a
man.
hater.
Appreciate that, Mark, man. I appreciate the birthday wishes. All the people that wish me a birthday. I had a good weekend, went out on Friday. Saturday went to a little shindig. Today I just relaxed, you know what I'm saying? Good weekend. Y'all ain't got nothing to say? Forget y'all too, man. You know what I'm saying?
I already said happy birthday to you on Friday.
You supposed to say it on
birthday, Chris.
You gotta say it on the show, man. You gotta say it on the show.
You got short-term memory loss?
No.
That's that pivotal turn in life, turn into the age turning. You see that? That's what happened.
Whatever.
You don't forget how all day Friday he was getting that birthday wishes, man. Stop,
I did. I got a lot of birthdays.
Yeah, happy birthday, Chris.
With your old ass. With your old ass.
Whatever, man.
I can say that because I'm old. So, welcome.
And also, I want to give a shout out to everyone. The quarterback, our sponsor. If you look down at the bottom right there, you click on emqpodcast.com/locker-room. If you go there, you'll see all various different podcasts from Chargers to Patriots, 49ers, and also ours. Arrowhead Chief Podcast is available on there. Also, they have their own podcast, their own, live streams that they do. So go ahead and follow them. Shout out to Anthony, Brandon, Connor, and Zach. They doing their thing over there every morning quarterback. All right, fellas. Until Tuesday, we should be having the Charger podcast that we had on earlier in the season to come back on the show. So we can talk about the Sunday night game, man. Get into it. What's it called? The powder Charger Outlaw. I forgot.
Yeah.
But
Charger out something. Yeah.
They're part of the every morning quarterback locker room, edition. So shout out to them for coming on the show. Hopefully on Tuesday, I'll let y'all know by tomorrow if they coming or not. But either or, got a show Tuesday. Check us out. We'll be on about probably 6 o'clock Central Time. So come people's out. We got a lot to get into. Sunday night football has been flexed in.
I wasn't gonna say nothing.
The Charge War podcast.
Jaguar. I wasn't gonna say nothing.
Hey man, shout out to the homie from the Jaguar podcast, man. He came on the show. He's
a good dude, bro. Yeah, he's a good dude.
He's a good sport, man. Mark, man, shut up, man. He made me laugh. All right, y'all. Until next time, go Chiefs. We gone.
Yes, sir.